Hello everyone and welcome to class. My name is Rachel. This is my rescue dog Boo, who's joining us today for our 20-minute daily stretch. So this is going to be a session you can do anytime. You can do it pre-workout, you can do it post-workout, you can do it on its own. The only thing you need to remember is with stretches you must really listen to your body and do what feels good for you. So you want to feel a stretch, you want to feel a gentle pull. If you feel any resistance, that's when you just got to be a little bit careful, all right? Because you don't want to make your muscles even more tense, all right? So just think of relaxing into it and going with the flow. Let's get started. So standing just on your mat, feet hip width apart, pulling your tummy muscles in and just finding that nice standing posture. You're going to breathe in, lift your arms up, and as you breathe out, really reach out those fingertips and stretch through those arms. So you're going to inhale up, exhale, out. We're going to try and do those deep breaths all the way through because the deep breaths are going to help you really get into those stretches. So now you're going to come up, you're going to drop this arm down and we're going to reach over to the side. So getting that lovely stretch down here. You're going to try and find the stretch right down here around your oblique muscles, lifting up and lower down. Let's breathe in. Breathe out, drop this arm and stretch over. Good, lift up. And come down, breathing in. Drop this arm down and stretch over to the side. Lift and lower down, breathing in. Breathe out and stretch over. Good. Lift up and come down. And you're going to come up and you're going to flex your hands. So can you see? And bring them up. Flex and bring them up. Flex and bring them up. Flex, and again, let's take this arm down and reach over to the side, keeping that flex this time, so you're really working on all the muscles around the wrist. Okay, now turn your head to look down towards the floor. Good. And turn to look up towards your elbow. Come up and lower down. Let's lift up. Flex. Drop the other arm, go over. I think of reaching out with the heel of the hand. Good. Turn to look down. Turn to look up. Lift and down. Again, so coming up. Flex. Drop the arm, reach over. Turning to look down. Look up. Lift and low. One more. Up. Flex. Dropping down, reaching over. Turn to look down. Turn to look up. Lift and lower down. Now I want you to send this arm out with that flex again, but this time take the head over. So we're going to stretch down into the shoulders and the neck. Or neck and the shoulders. So think of reaching away with that hand and then turning and trying to reach away here so you can feel that stretch through the upper trapezius. Good, and coming back. Now the other way, so reaching out, turn, look away and stretch. So you're going into a little tilt, finding that stretch. Wherever you feel it, that's where I want you to hold. Good. And down. Now you're going to lift up, drop the arm, come over. Now bend this arm and put the hand on the side of your temple. Bring yourself up and now gently pull over. So we're going to feel that stretch in the neck. Now if you want more, you can reach that arm out. That's it. Good. Lift up and down. Now you're going to come up, drop this arm, flex, go over, taking hold of the temple. And now coming up and very gently pulling your head over. And if you want to, reaching out. Good. And back. Okay, I'm going to turn sideways. You're going to interlace your fingers behind you, and then you're going to reach them down but out. So finding the stretch in your shoulders. Try not to stick your bottom out or arch your back. So think almost as if you're tucking under a little, so you get that stretch right across the front of the shoulders. Good. Now bring your hands around to the front, interlace the fingers, bend your knees, and I want you to turn your hands, press out, and I want you to at the same time tuck under. So it's like a Pilates pelvic curl, so we're stretching our lower back. Good. Come up, let's repeat. So hands behind, reach out, find that stretch. You might find you can go a little higher. By all means do, if that feels okay for you. And then bring the hands around the front, bend the knees, interlace the fingers, palms out, and then tuck under. Find that stretch. And release. One last time, hands behind. Reach out and up, stretching in the shoulders. Good. Bend your knees, bring your hands around, interlace those fingers, take the palms out, tuck under as much as you can, really getting that stretch, also awakening that core. Good. And come on up. All right, let's go into the legs and the hips. So we're going to stand with our right leg back, left knee forward. And you're just going to keep moving until you've got a lovely big space between the two. We want the back heel up, and I want you to find a stretch on the top of your right thigh, maybe around the groin, the hip, maybe in the quad. Wherever it is for you, that's fine. Okay, hands on your hips, pull your abs in, and now I want you to just gently try and take your heel down. So we're getting a little calf stretch, and then lift it up. Take the heel down and lift it up. One more. Take the heel down, lift it up. Now lower yourself down a little more. We're going down towards the floor now. So pulling your tummy in, let's fold forward, putting the right hand on the floor, and see if you can create even more space now. So we're getting a deeper stretch in the front of the hip. Okay, and just hold it here. Taking some deep breaths, so trying to inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Now if you want to deepen that stretch and your knees are okay, you can lower that knee down towards the floor. This tends to be a much deeper stretch on that hip. All right. You can stay with the knee up if you prefer, whichever feels right for you. Now I want you to bring that other hand down on the inside. So you're propping yourself up with your arms, sinking down. Now whichever version you're doing, you're going to see if you can bend your elbows and see if you can get any more out of that stretch. So if you take the knee down, you might find you can bend your elbows a little. You might find some of you can get your elbows down on the ground. Wherever it is fine. And take some deep breaths. Good, coming up. And then from there, just put your left hand on your left knee and let that knee go out. So you're going to come onto the outside blade of that left foot. You can relax that back foot there if your knee's down. I would get your knee down if you can now. And just get that nice stretch through the hip. Good. Bringing it back. both hands down, tuck the toes under and just walking back. So we're going to go into our hamstring stretch now. Now, have a quick look down and check that your hips are not leaning over to the right. Okay, you want your hips even. All right, you want to stick your tailbone out at the back and then you want to flex that foot. So we're really getting deep stretch through the hamstring. And then you're just propping yourself up however you need to. You can be on your fingertips, you can have the palms of the hands. That will all depend on your flexibility. Good. Well done. Walking forward. Tucking the toe under of that back foot, lifting up, and then very carefully coming up onto your knee. Now push into this leg. All right, bring your arms up, take them out, nice little stretch out, and then step forward, switching sides. All right, so same thing, you're just shuffling around, wiggling down until you get into your stretch. Okay, so our heel is up currently, tummies are in to support the back, and now you're going to see if you can lower your heel towards the ground. This side for me is also quite tricky. And again, lowering down, so we're trying to get that calf stretch on that back leg. And down, one more. Lower. Good. Now leaning forward more, making that space bigger. Let's get that left hand down for some support. All right, now it's up to you where you go with this. So you can stay here, you can lower your knee. You're just trying to feel a stretch in the front of your left hip, left thigh. All right, so whatever feels good for you. You see, I tend to move around because I like to try them both. Okay, now if you want to, you can bring the other hand on the inside of that foot. You can bring the knee down. You can try and make it a little deeper. So that might mean just slightly bending those elbows. It might mean going a little bit lower. It might be one elbow down, two elbows down. Gently coming up. Right hand on the right knee, and just let that knee go out to the side. So this is a stretch of the outside of the hip. Bring that foot back. Now walking back with those hands, you can relax that back foot. Have a little check, realign those hips if you need to. You don't want to be leaning over on the left because you want an even stretch through that hamstring. Okay, think of tailbone out, lifting up slightly. So we're really working that back and then flexing the foot. Good. Taking the toes down, walking the hands forward. Tucking the toes under, lifting up, tummies in, working that core, hands onto that leg. Now press into that right foot, bring the arms up and circle all the way out, but this time hands back down. And let's take ourselves back. We're going through the plank position, knees down, release the feet, little bend of the elbows as you take yourself down to the floor. Okay, I want you to send your left arm out to the side so it's in line with the shoulder. I want you to bend your right leg. Your right hand is underneath your shoulder and you're going to push off that hand so you can roll back and you're stretching through the front of the shoulder. Also, if you reach that leg back, you're stretching through the hip flexors and the psoas muscle. Good. And then roll back. switching sides. So this hand in, other hand out. I've just got to avoid my dog. Bending the left foot, push away and rolling over. So we're really getting that stretch in here. Well done. Coming back. Let's have our feet slightly apart. And let's start with a little back extension. So lifting that head. Coming up onto the elbows. So press the elbows down and try and lift that back. So you're feeling that lovely extension and stretch there. Now press into the hands. Coming up. So now we're going to stretch through the whole front of the body. Good. Holding it here. So try and pull your tummy muscles in. Draw your shoulders back and down. Well done. Elbows down. Hands underneath your shoulders. Push back. And then you're just going to sit back for a moment. Head down. Good. You're going to come on up and you're going to lie on your back, and we're going to finish lying down. So coming onto your back, and let's bring that right leg in all the way into the chest. Now extend the leg up, holding onto that leg. You're going to flex the foot, and I want you to turn the foot inward so you feel the stretch on the outside of the ankle and shin, and then you're going to gently take that leg across the body. Hoo-wee, this can be very intense. It's a kind of a nerve stretch, this one. It's nice afterwards though, when the stretch is finished. Then you're going to straighten the foot up, bring that leg back. Now try and pull that leg towards you if you can, wherever you can reach on your leg. So it can be knee, it can be calf, it can be ankle, it can be the foot. Good. Turn the leg out. Holding on to that leg, take your left arm out to the side and just take it out. So now we're stretching the inner thigh muscles, the groin. Well done. Bring that leg in, take it down, and let's switch. So left knee into the chest. Good, extending that leg up, reaching wherever you can. Now you're going to turn that foot inwards. That's it, and then gently take it across the body. Well done, straighten the foot up. Bring it back, and we're going to reach up as far as we can, giving ourselves that nice hamstring stretch. And then you're going to take your leg out to the side. So use your left hand to support the left leg, right arm out to the side, inner thigh stretch. Well done. Bring that leg in. Bring the other knee in and just hug your knees into your chest. A little release. Hug your knees into your chest. A little release, one more. And down now, hands behind. Press those feet away. So you're using that leverage to bring you all the way up to sitting. Good. Reach your feet out, hands out, and then gently folding down. We're going to finish here. So wherever you can reach, you can have your hands here. I'd like you to get as flat a back as possible. So rather than being back here, let's have an extended back and then just reach forward. Find that stretch. If you've got that flexibility and you can get your elbows down, then you can do that. Take your head down. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, let's slowly unroll. And there you go. That is your 20-minute daily stretch, everyone. So thank you so much for joining me today. Do press the like button because it really does make a difference to me and getting support for continuing to keep this channel free for you. And if you know anyone who you think might like our work, then please do feel free to share this video and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I'm going to come on to the live chat now. So the live chat, if you want to send me any messages, you need to be a subscriber because I keep that as one of the perks for my subscribers. And feel free to listen in on the chat or join in. It'd be lovely to talk to you. All right, so take care. Have a lovely day. I'll see you soon. Well done, everyone. Hope you enjoyed that today. I think I stretched as evenly in every direction. As you can see, Boo's having her little stretch on the bed now. So let me know what you thought. I thought today we'd just do something slightly different because I know it's good to have options with our exercise, and it's quite hot in the UK, and I know a lot of you who come on Mondays, you are over the other side of the pond and it's much hotter over there at the moment. So I wanted to give you something that you can kind of do whenever. Doesn't matter if it's hot, it's cold, it's a kind of everyday, daily kind of session, all right? So I hope that felt good for you. I'm going to go straight on to the chat and see who's here. So hello to Sue De Pinto. Hello, Sue. Lovely to see you here. Sue says, looking forward to enjoying the session. It'll be very welcome after 2 intermediate sessions on Saturday and Sunday. Yes, everyone, just a quick reminder, thank you, Sue, that I do weekly playlists for 2 different levels. So there's a weekly intermediate playlist that goes out on Saturdays, and there's also a weekly seniors and gentle beginners playlist that goes out on Sundays, and you'll find them at the very top of my homepage. So I normally show either the senior or the intermediate, and directly below it'll say all August workouts, and you can find all the playlists in there. And if you're watching this much later and we're now in a different month, it's the same setup. So I'll have my suggested playlist and I'll have the whole collection for the month directly below. All right, also to let you know while you're here, everyone, because I think there's about 85 of you here, next Monday I won't be here. It's a holiday, it's a national holiday in the UK, so everyone that can takes the day off, so we'll be taking the day off for a little bit of a rest and just chilling out with family. So I won't be here next Monday or the follower or that Friday, but I will be here this Friday. So this Friday we're doing a 40-minute intermediate Pilates, and that is for physical strength and mental resilience, because I want to really help everybody work on having that calmer mind as well as a strong body. This week I will be continuing to include exercises from my book, The Little Book of Pilates, which is a small little guidebook, but it has all the classical exercises in, and we're going to be doing a selection of warm-up, beginners and intermediate, and I'm also going to show you a couple of advanced exercises, but the modified version. So I'm going to show you a way to prepare for the harder exercises that we have in Pilates. So that's this Friday, okay? So I'll be back in 2 weeks for the next Monday session. Anyway, going straight back to the chat, Mary Margaret Seagates, Thank you very much for your donation, Mary, and your lovely fist bump right back at you. Thank you. Hello to Marion Wilk. Lovely to see you here, Marion. Hello to Cheryl in Virginia, who's got a big hello for me, Kerwin, and Boo. Cheryl says, a stretch session is perfect timing for me. It's going to feel great. Looking forward to it. Well, let me know how it was for you, Cheryl, today. Hello to June Kowalczak. How are you doing, June? I know we did a little bit of work on the knees today, but I hope you managed most of the session. I know you are healing, you're in recovery, so I hope you took it easy, but you still enjoyed the work. Hello to Sandra Moe. Good to be here. Sandra says it's lovely to have you, Sandra. And thank you for saying hello on the chat. Really nice to see you. Hello to Martin de Kerpel, who was all ready to go. Hello to Regina. Hi, Regina. Really nice to see you. Hi to Wellness, who says, thank you so much, Rachel. I really needed that. You're very welcome. It's quite nice to have just a stretch session, isn't it, sometimes, just to really kind of let everything go. Hello to Daisy. Hi, Daisy. Lovely to see you. Thank you very much for your message. Hello to Elizabeth Dogood, who says, hello, Rachel. Wow, I feel stretched. Thank you for this session. You're very welcome, Elizabeth. Really glad you enjoyed it. Hello to Jill Dolphin. Hi, Jill. Jill says, thanks, Rachel. I don't know how you come up with so many different routines. Just right for me today. Oh, I'm really glad to hear that, Jill. Thank you very much for sharing. And yeah, you know what, Jill? It's basically 57 years now. I've been doing some kind of movement. I did my first dance class when I was 3 and a bit. So I'm guessing that it's all in there somewhere and it just kind of comes out in a flow. And for me, sometimes, to be honest, I don't always know exactly what I'm going to do. And I sort of think, oh, I just mark it through in my head, well, we'll do this part of the body and that part of the body, and we'll make sure we do this. And then once I get into the movement, it just always just seems to flow. It's like dancing, it just kind of comes out like that. So I'm really glad you enjoyed it. Josephine Anderson, hello to you, Josephine, who says, thank you, that was amazing, with a lovely heart. Thank you very much, Josephine, and the same to you. I'm really glad you enjoyed our session today. Danielle McLaughlin says, that was a lovely post swimming stretch. It felt great. Thank you very much. Oh, how lovely. Post swim. So there you go. There's another way that you can add in to your Pilates, is putting it on the end of a swim session. So that's superb. Well done, Danielle. Hello to June says, that felt great, especially after several days of migraines. I did manage a minute or two on my knees until I had to stop, so progress. Been doing a strictly standing Pilates. Well done, June. There you go. That just shows that you are healing now, so I'm really glad to hear that. Charby says, that was a great session. I came in late, so I'll have to restart to get the beginning. Yeah, no problem at all, Char. Just, yeah, give it a go. And thank you very much indeed for your donation. I think that was your first, wasn't it? So we want to have a little celebration, your first super sticker. So thank you very much indeed. Marion is sending good wishes to June, saying, hope your knees heal soon. We all do. Wish you all the best, June, on that. Jeanette says, hello everyone, that was a really great stretch class. Having completed the 45-minute session this morning, it's so welcome. Thank you. You're very welcome, Jeanette. Thank you very much for sharing that. Do appreciate it. June's just saying, I won't be this Friday or next Monday either, because I'm heading up to a cottage with daughter, husband and grandson. Oh, we'll have a lovely time, June. So it must be holidays over where you are as well. Cheryl in Virginia, you loved it, Cheryl. Yay, really glad to hear that. Thank you for sharing. Sandra Moe says, great class. Thank you, Sandra. Really glad you enjoyed it. Hello to Carla La Bombard, who says, good morning, everyone. Great stretch to start off our Monday. Thank you, Rachel. Love your new picture with Boo. Rachel, no live class the 26th and 30th. I left the room for a second. Yes, so there'll be no live classes. Yes, you're quite right. Next week. So the, yes, let me give you those dates. The 26th, you're correct, and the 30th, that's right. Next week, the 26th is a bank holiday. And in the UK, it's the last week of sort of summer break before everything tends to like pick up speed again. So everyone, you know, kids go back to school and college and universities and work kicks off again and all that stuff. So I'm going to take a week off to give myself a little rest. But I'm really glad to hear that you're liking the new photos. So I changed all my photos on YouTube and Instagram and Ko-fi, so they include Boo, because she does tend to be in most of my videos now, although she sleeps a lot of the time, bless her, because she is 12 now. But she likes to be in the room with us all, so there you go. Charlotte, hello to Charlotte. Hello to Martine de Kerpel, who says, nice stretch. An extra yin yang yoga class, yes. But there, the back do not need to be straight. I love all your classes. You are the best in Pilates. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much, Martine. That's very kind of you. And really glad you enjoyed that stretch. And yes, there were some yoga moves in there, weren't there? I think there's such a synergy between having trained originally as a dancer, and then I got into kind of fitness. So I used to do a lot of gym work in my late 20s, 30s. I used to do quite a lot of yoga because I was flexible and I enjoyed the stretching. And then I found Pilates sort of 25 years ago now. And it's interesting because when I started doing Pilates, I realized how many disciplines it comes from, because Pilates is only 100 years old. It's a brilliant movement system. I think, well, what I like about it is Joseph Pilates' approach to the breath work, which is becoming a big thing at the moment. Lots of people are talking about breath work. Lots of people are talking about hyperpressive breathing, which is a style of breathing, which I think Pilates breathing is, which basically really tones the pelvic floor muscles and the deeper core muscles. So there is a real synergy between kind of yoga, dance, fitness and Pilates. And Joseph Pilates himself was a fitness instructor, you know, and he came up with all the machines that you see. Lots of people talk about reformer Pilates. Well, he didn't just come up with the reformer, he invented many amazing pieces of equipment for a Pilates studio. But the mat work is a great foundation for any form of movement. And I think that's what I've realized. And out of all the things I've done in my life, it's been the thing I've been really consistent with for 25 years. And I'm convinced it's kept me pretty much injury-free. The only time I've had an injury was when I've gone and tried something else that I'm not used to doing, and then I've got a little bit of an injury. But of course, Pilates is fantastic as a rehabilitation exercise method as well. And that's why I talk about mental resilience, because I think with Pilates, it's important to really think about the calmness in the mind and body, because I think our minds can be an enemy to our body sometimes. You know, we want to be fitter, stronger, thinner, more toned, you know, whatever it is. And it's quite negative, a lot of that on the body. And I think if you're able to be more positive and more accepting of your body, however it is right now, and just keep going with the exercise, you will see the changes and you'll feel much calmer in your mind, you know. So that's kind of the focus really for me and all the Pilates that we do. And as you can see, you know, I'm a 60-year-old woman, and, you know, I don't think I look like a 60-year-old woman. I'm fit, I'm healthy, and I'm happy. And a lot of that comes from working on mental and physical health together through the Pilates method. So that's what I want to bring you all along with me for that ride, you know, so we can all be healthier, happier, more at peace with how we are, you know. Anyway, onwards and upwards. Sarah Runicles, hi Sarah, says thank you, that was a lovely. Been on the computer all day, so it was just the ticket. Have a lovely time with your family. Oh, bless you. Thank you, Sarah, so much. June has sent a message to thank Marion. Marion says, Rachel, any tips for my Achilles? Don't know the English word for it. They hurt pretty much. Okay, well, I'm looking, that says, it looks like Achilles. So maybe you've got an issue with your Achilles tendons, Marion. I'm not sure what that word is, but I can see Achilles is in it. So just a little tip, yes. If you've got issues in your lower leg, in your Achilles tendon down here, the best thing to do is, rather than anything directly to it, is to work on stretching the muscle above and the muscles below. And I think I talked a little bit about this on Friday. And I'm just going to borrow, I'm just going to get a little ball to show you. So stretching the feet, really good, because your Achilles is here and it comes up and it attaches to your calf muscle, and that can tighten your feet. So if your feet muscles are tight, you will get some issues there. So anything with like a roller, like this is a cork ball from a company called Cork Space, but you can use a tennis ball, any kind of massage ball, trigger point ball. You can even use a golf ball, although that is quite painful. But you want to roll around all the fascia under your feet, very, very important. And then the other thing you want to do is you want to really stretch those calf muscles, okay? And you want to kind of get any kind of little niggles out. So the way I would do that, apart from what we did today, is I would grab yourself a foam roller, and I think I did this on Friday, and do some rollering out of that calf muscle. You can have it right underneath, okay, and then basically you just roll her up and down. You make sure you put a little bit of weight on it. You can, if you can bear it, put the weight of the other foot on the top, all right, and then you're going to roll the leg in, roll the leg to the center, roll the leg out, and then move the roller a little lower down. So you cover the whole of the body of the calf muscle. And that would be my recommendation. One thing I can tell you, for anybody who's got any kind of tendon or ligament issues, you don't want to be overstretching that area. What you want to be doing is stretching the areas connected to it, because it will be inflamed, and what you don't want to do is aggravate that or make it any worse, or worse still, incur any kind of tear in there. All right, so I hope that is in the right area for you, Marion. Marion says, how long have we had Boo? So we've had Boo, it'll be 4 years in November. She's 12 now, so she was a rescue. So we got her when she was just before her 8th birthday. So yes, just for her 8th birthday, 9th birthday. Yeah, so she's going to be 13 next year. She's currently 12. So she's getting on a little bit. She is sleeping a little bit more now, but she still loves being around. Carla says, will you be doing a class on Monday, the 2nd of September? It's Labor Day here in the US. Carla, yes, I will. Is that a holiday for you guys? Maybe it is, but yes, I will be doing a class on the 2nd. I'll be back to normal, so Monday and Friday from the 2nd of September. Jasmine, oh, thank you, Jasmine. Achilles tendons is the English translation. Thank you, Jasmine, much appreciated. Oh, you're all talking to each other. That's lovely. Marion says, thank you, Rachel, for those tips. Sadly, I lay in bed 23rd of the 7th. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Will you look after yourself, Marion? And yes, everyone, that's it for now. So I'll be back on Friday. Friday is an intermediate level class. Friday's class is going to be Pilates for physical strength, mental resilience. It's going to be the classical exercises from my book. So we'll be doing some beginner, some intermediate, and some preparation for advanced, but don't worry, it'll be fine. You will be able to do it, all right? Just seeing a quick one coming in. Oh, Daisy says, a session devoted to relieving Achilles tendonitis will be very welcome. Okay, I will take that on board. Thank you, Daisy. I shall make a note of that. Maybe that'll be a little one that I can film for you. Yes, do be careful if you have a tendonitis. I think any kind of tendonitis, I've had that myself, and it does take quite a long time to recover from. So you just need to really have that kind of patience with your body and think about stretching the areas either side of where the tendon is, but not the tendon itself, okay? And that goes the same if it's a hamstring issue, etc. But yes, thank you, Marion. Have a good week, everybody. I'll be here on Friday. There will be your playlists out that you can be working on, and I'll post you your playlist for next week at the usual time. So Saturday you'll get the intermediate, and Sunday you'll get the gentle beginners and seniors, and I'll add in a couple of extra videos for next week, so you've got something you can do every day if you want to. All right, so that's it for now. A bye from me, a bye from Boo, who you can probably see is still fast asleep, and take care of yourselves. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye for now.